Hey Virgo, I'm back with your cards, so let's get started. The first that we got, the underlying theme or the overarching energy, is the Nine of Swords upright. This is the insomnia card. This is up late worrying about stuff. It's in your head. Thinking about that argument that you had earlier in the day or whatever, and I should have said, could have said, would have done this. The swords represent air sign energy. The air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. It could involve someone of this sign. It could be their sun, their moon, or their rising sign, or they could just have a lot of that energy in their chart. You are having Mars move into Aquarius. I can't ignore the symbology of the swords. Mars rules cutting. And it's also dealing with swords being an air sign. So it could be that you're up late at night worried about work or health. The background majority color of the card is black, so I need to remind you that it's always darkest before dawn. You are having a full moon in the 9th house. You could be feeling insomnia related to the full moon. I know I do. My sleep cycle is dictated by the lunar cycles. If it's a full moon, give 3 days before, 3 days after, I'm not getting a whole lot of sleep. I just can't. And I don't do a whole lot of sleeping anyways. I need to really start liking coffee. And that's something I've never started. I've always drank Dr. Pepper or green tea or something like that. But maybe I need to embark on a coffee journey. Okay. The first of the top 3 for clarity is the 8 of Wands in reverse. This 8 represents the Scorpio-ruled 8th house of the cycles of life, death, and rebirth, transformation, and metamorphosis, and regeneration. It speaks to other people's money, and it also speaks to sexuality. One thing that I didn't mention for the 9 of Swords upright is the 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius, so you may be concerned about Sagittarius as well, or involving a Sagittarius. The Wands represent fire signs, which are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I can't speak. I see this card even in the reverse as fast, heated messaging going back and forth one way or another. With it being the rods or the wands, it could be sexual in nature. And I say that because of the other cards that are following. It could be that this starts out because you are tired or can't sleep and it ends up bleeding over. And yeah. The second card is the Queen of Wands. And the reason why I say it could be like a sexting situation is because of up late at night, fast messaging could be of the sexual nature because of the rods or the wands, if I could speak. Okay, second card, Queen of Wands. She is a feminine fire sign, probably acts age 40 or above, mature, courageous, brave, but is not afraid to jump up and smack you if she needs to. The Queen of Wands, I think of Leo whenever I see her, or the sun's movement because of this sunflower. The sun is moving into a fire sign of Sagittarius in the 4th house. You may be dealing with a fiery female at home, or you may be dealing with your mom or dad. But feminine. You may have been doing communication that you shouldn't have been doing, and this Queen of Wands is found out because she's looking at the devil, and the devil's in reverse. Now, the devil, don't be afraid. It's just a picture on a card. It represents stuff. The devil is the 15th card of the major arcana. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6. This is your work and health, or the daily minutia of things. You've got Mars moving into the 6th house. Mars is a masculine. It's a aggressive, sexually potent sign, or sexually potent energy. Devil in reverse could be that you are dealing with the fallout of a sexual situation that was going on at work. Or you may be dealing with sexual health problems. The Queen of Wands being upright, I feel like this is somebody that you are dealing with, or you, Virgo, have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius strongly in you. But she's eyeing down this devil who's in reverse, which means whatever it is that is been secretive is coming out into the light. The devil card is a major arcana. He represents Capricorn, and that's where Venus is moving into. That's your 5th house. That's where babies are made. That's your creation. That's your pleasure seeking and your social life. That's your children. In the upright, it means confronting your own self-limitations. But in the reverse, it's like you are being confronted by someone over it. And I feel like it is this Queen of Wands. And because of the confrontation, you're up all night. And it's probably got you sick even. The person that you're dealing with could be a foreigner. Because of this 9th house representation in the swords. So yeah, that's a pretty heavy little reading right there, Virgo. I didn't want it to be like that, but that's what I'm seeing. And you've got a lot of 5th house energy. That's where you fall in love. That's where you flirt. That's the beginning of romance. So if you're single and this is happening, then you're up late and you're giddy because you know, it's the beginning of something new. But if you're with somebody, then this takes on a whole different situation. And this Queen of Wands, I can speak as an Aries sun. If this was me, you would not want to deal with me finding out about this sort of stuff. I would make you want to stay up late at night. You would be thinking about what you would want to say to me to cut me. I'm just saying. This 8 of Wands, it really feels like it's like back and forth messaging. And it's secretive because it's in the reverse. It's like you get found out and it's got you messed up. And if it's not cheating, then it's like dealing with stuff that is taboo. It's drug use. It's prostitution. It's sending pictures of yourself. Or somebody doing that. You're dealing with this situation. Sorry, y'all. That's how the cards are speaking to me. Work or health. Yeah, if it's... You're going to have to deal with this Queen of Wands, and she's in the upright, so it's not like she's coming at it from a fucked up perspective. Okay, and if you want to go even further into this... This card represents Capricorn. Capricorn is an earth sign. Virgo, you also are an earth sign. This full moon is in an earth sign, happening in the 9th house. It's just a lot of synchronicity playing out. So it's like fast messaging, heated messaging, fighting, arguing, debating. But this Queen of Wands has her facts right. And she's going to mess you up. Don't come at her half-stepping. You will regret it. You've got black in the 9. And 15, 1 plus 5 is 6. So it's always darkest before dawn in the 6th and 9th house. Work and health, daily life. And foreign people, foreign places, foreign things, long distance trips, adventures and questing. So yeah. I also pulled 2 Sacred Rebel Oracle cards for you. The first is the 17th card, which is what is already with you. 1 plus 7 is 8, speaking to that 8th house energy. You aren't having any astrological 8th house energy, but I think this 8 goes back to the 8 of Wands or rods. It's like you have to deal with this and you have to release it, whatever this is. This is the letting go process. You have to be brave. You have to reject the ideas of nostalgia and regret right now. It also feels and seems like whatever you're seeking is right under your nose. which may only make the Queen of Wands more pissed off. But you need to embrace the mentality of the Queen of Wands and be brave and be willing to dig deep. But you also need to embrace the surrender, because you may have to surrender something. It may be a situation where the Queen of Wands isn't going to put up with it anymore. If it isn't you, it's surrounding you. The second card that you got is Faith in the Process. This is the 32nd card of the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. 3 + 2 is 5, and honey, boo-boo, child, baby doll, sweet pea, love, you have got a lot of focus on that 5th house. So if you are not an artist, please, please, please make sure that you are not doing anything that would make babies if you aren't wanting to take care of them babies. Also, watch out for your children and their baby making. Children can also include fur babies. She's got a raven on her shoulder. I see this as a spirit, animal, totem, messenger. Look up what the raven means, and there may be spiritual resonant messages for you in that. The little wagon that she's in actually has the word faith written right here. You can't really see it because of the lighting and the reflection, but she's in a little red wagon. She's got a raven on her shoulder or back. She's got a raven right here kind of leading her. You've got butterflies in this other one. The butterflies always represent the 8th house for me. I always think about that because they start out a caterpillar and they turn into a cocoon and then they turn into something completely different. It's that cycle that I think of 8th house-wise. But Faith in the Process is, when I see this card, I think that it's a time for trust in the process. It's a time for being unafraid to embrace humility. Look at her. She's completely nude. She's vulnerable. She's praying. She is, barely fitting in this wagon and being led by ravens. Having faith in the process, having faith in and trust in the process, but relaxing and being open to that process as well. Having faith in it and actually allowing yourself to go through it are two different things. You've got to relax and be open to it as well. And it could feel like a time of trial. It could feel like a time of struggle and a time of strife. But you have a lot of creativity going on inside of you. And I think that with that creativity energy, you can definitely think of a way outside of the box to help make this situation heal or resolve in a more appropriate way. Acceptance, right? Surrender, right? This is the first of the two of the healing and meditation oracle cards that I pulled for you. The first is acceptance. Accept what's going on around you and understand that you have a part in it, but also make other people be responsible for their parts in it. Don't take on other people's bullshit. And you can do that, Virgo. You can take it on just to try to make it better and not seem so fussy. Because Virgos get sick of that typecasting of being fussy. You can be. You don't realize that you are. And I have some Virgos in my world. I'm not hating on you. I love my Virgos. We need you. We need every sign in the zodiac to make this world what it is. But Virgos can be very, 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 very annoying if they aren't getting what they want. My fiance is a Virgo moon, and I have a 0-degree Virgo sun. He is the child that I share a rising sign and rising degree with. So, yeah. Accept that what's going on. Accept your peace in the process and make other people be responsible for theirs. Don't take on their bullshit. Many people find it hard to accept themselves for what they are, and as a consequence suffer from low self-esteem. If you are afflicted by doubts of this kind, repeat these mantras to yourself. These mantras for acceptance are more effective if you do them in a receptive state of mind. The mudra, or ritual gesture for receptivity, is to sit cross-legged on the floor or in a chair with your palms facing upward. Didn't I tell you to embrace the surrender? Isn't that a part of acceptance? My goodness, y'all. May I accept the facts. May I not fight against the facts. May I appreciate that the closing of one door opens another door. May I be at peace with the situation. Second is awakening. In order to get in touch with your inner being, you need to undergo a process of gradual awakening. For this to be successful, empty your mind of passing worries and anxieties and focus on the thoughts of freshness and renewal. I have been in a deep and restful sleep. I am now awakening to a new world. May I remain open to whatever unfolds. Nature is coming to life all around me as if it were the beginning of spring. Now that last one's a stretch, especially if you live in the Northern Hemisphere, because we're actually transitioning from the period of life and bounty to the period of harvest and fall into winter and lean. So, Virgo, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. If you already have, I appreciate it from the bottom of my very, very grateful heart. Thank you so much.